started back in 2000. What has changed in the music scene, in your opinion?
Oof, in 17 years, changed a lot. I started listening to music when I was 8 years old. It means like 25 years ago. So yeah, in the 2000, there was that power metal scene and the new metal scene struggling together, and I was in the middle there. So yeah, a lot of things changed, especially for me because I started that band those years, and I just remember everything all those years. But I think nowadays I could say that it's much better than those years, especially in Spain, I would say.
How different is it?
Come on, for me it's so different because I got a band now, and I can play on stage. Normally I'm no longer down stage on the crowd, so it's a big step. But the thing is that I think that nowadays, for me, the music scene nowadays is much more interesting.
In your opinion, what has been your greatest accomplishment as a band?
What's right?
Your greatest accomplishment, your biggest wins.
Twins.
Wins.
Oh, wins. I don't like to think about that we already got something done, like win. I always like to say that we're always like in a progressive line, going up, and sometimes slower, sometimes faster. But I think that there are a lot of things that we didn't do yet, and in the other hand, it makes me feel younger, and that I got a lot of work to do. So I mean, I did a lot of things. I played with my favorite band, which is Iron Maiden. I toured with Slayer, I toured with Anthrax, I toured with Negative, I toured with all my favorite bands. But there are a lot of things still that I have to do in this world. So I wouldn't say that like wins, I would say small achievements like this. And so far we are very happy with that, but we need to keep on working very hard with that.
It's been 2 years since you released your fifth album. When can we expect a new one?
That question could be the same 2 years ago or 4 years ago. Like, we always try to do our best. Every time we're recording a new album, we do the best we can do in that moment. The best we can compose, the best we can play, the best I can sing, the best we can do everything. So I would say people that they could expect the best of us. And for us, and I think for the media, even for the fans, everybody could say that mostly 80-85% of people would say that every album of Angelus is better than the previous one, and so on.
Progressing.
For us, it's that sensation, and it's that feeling, and I think it's the same for 80% of our fans and the media. I think that our next album will be the same. It should be the same, because if we're not happy with the new songs we're composing, we wouldn't record it. So just when we're sure that it is good enough to be better than the last album, then we enter the studio.
How do you see the thrash scene nowadays? Is there any new bands that you follow?
Yeah, of course.
And you would like to recommend?
Yeah, of course. I mean, I would say that nowadays in 2017, the thrash scene is much better than in the beginning of the new era. Like 10 years ago, there was that explosion of new thrash bands coming up and stuff, and it was like a saturation of a lot of bands, even some bands copying other cliches and stuff. Now, I think that the bands that are still playing, I think they are the best, the new bands. And I would recommend strongly, of course, one of my favorites are Havoc, good friends of ours, but not only because of that, I think they're the best new thrash metal band nowadays. I would recommend our brother from Spain, from Barcelona, Crisix. They're an amazing band. I would say, of course, Gamma Bomb. I would say Municipal Waste. Okay, there's not so thrash, it's more crossover, but they are on the other wave. I would say Suicidal Angels. I would say Doctor Living Dead. Of course, our brothers from Sweden. I don't know. There are a lot of bands. And
It's a great family.
yeah. I mean, we're so lucky that we actually know personally all those bands, and they are so cool people. And it's like a small brotherhood. Let Havoc, Doctor Living Dead, Warbringer, I would say as well. That I forgot. Suicidal Angels, I mean, Chris Higgs. There are a lot of bands and not a lot of new bands coming on every year. So that's awesome.
Um, it's been, I don't know, 2 years since you last played in Portugal.
I think so.
What did you expect before you came here for the dates, 2 nights and last nights? Was it what you expected? The public responded well?
To be honest, I expected much less than what happened because we're living in my opinion, we're living a very bad situation, and not only in Portugal but in Spain. We're
Yep.
country brothers. I
They're
mean,
completely
we
broke.
know what's happening in Portugal, and you know what's happening in Spain. And this year, there are a lot of festivals, a lot of big bands coming to both countries, a lot of people touring both countries, and it's so difficult for bands like us to have a good crowd nowadays this year because people has no money. I mean, people
Yeah.
don't have enough money for going to everything, to all the shows, all the festivals, all the big bands. So it's normal. Yesterday in Lisbon was so good crowd. Today I think it was amazing crowd for me. I'm so happy with both days. I did expect less than yesterday and today.
Do you prefer to play live or to stay home at the studio composing?
No, playing live always. Yeah, this. To be
So-
honest, the worst part of this for me is composing. Yeah, it's like very stressing, and you know, I prefer to be on the road always, just playing.
What are your plans for the near future?
Well, the same we are doing for the last 17 years. Just playing live the more we can. And we started to compose new songs right now, so just expect maybe for the next year, expect a new album. And of course, we cannot stop. This is our way of living, so we need to be working, and we have a lot of work to do. So expect a new album maybe for the next year.
Thank you for your time. Do you want to leave a message for our viewers?
Of course, thank you. Muito obrigado, muchas gracias. It's a pleasure. Thanks for your time, and see you soon. Portugal, you invited to Spain whenever you want, cuando quieras. We're there for this.